Unless we saw our chooms, we had seen first how Tink and Charlie Horse, Creep and Tie, had been had kind of been roped into helping with the extraction of a VP of a company called Vox Urbis, a woman named Sachiko, and things hadn't gone exactly as planned. They were only supposed to help the people doing the extraction, not actually do the extraction, but, things went off the rails as they are wont to do. And they ended up driving off with Sachiko herself in the car. At some point, they pulled over and realized that in the car, in the trunk, were two people wrapped in shrink wrap plastic with biomonitors on them. The second game, we found out who those two people were. Flapjack and Erica, aka Echo. Two employees, not employees of Vox Service, but Erica's an employee of Vox Service. Flapjack runs a noodle shop. What was it called? Just Nudes? Or Send Nudes? In the plaza near Vox Service. And again, similarly, the two of them got roped by a industrial spy named Orion, who was played by Miko last week, into helping them, guess what? Attempt to extricate Sachiko from the company. However, before they were able to do that, they were surprised by somebody else who ended up grabbing them after they were knocked out by Orion, who was about to perhaps execute them. And shrink wrapped them and put them in the trunk of the car. And that's where we are right now, in the Badlands, with Tink and Charlie having just pulled over with Sachiko and opened the trunk of the car to reveal the two shrink wrap bodies. However, before we get specifically into that, in the car, in the trunk, wrapped up in this shrink wrap white plastic, Erica is dreaming, reliving a memory. Not too sure, but Erica, you are walking through Night City. At dusk, neon signs hum overhead, their reflections dancing across rain-slicked streets. Traffic drones drift lazily between skyscrapers. Music leaks from bars and noodle shops. Nobody is chasing you. Nobody is shooting at you. Nobody wants anything from you. For once, the city feels peaceful. You wander without purpose, enjoying the rare sensation of not being in danger. Your headphones on, a halo of sound that keeps the distortion of the city at bay. Eventually, you notice a small clinic tucked between two storefronts. The sign above the clinic reads, "Smiling Jack's Cybernetics for All." A cartoon face on the sign beams down at passerbys. The smile is goofy and welcoming. You vaguely remember hearing the name before, Smiling Jack, a local ripper doc. Supposedly eccentric but talented, the clinic's front door stands open. Warm light spills out onto the sidewalk, inviting you in. Funny, you've never even considered getting augmented before. Inside, the reception area is spotless. The air smells faintly of antiseptic and machine oil. Soft music plays from hidden speakers. A song you kind of almost recognize, but that just sits on the tip of your tongue. A man steps out from the back room. "Evening," he says, his smile is broad and friendly. "Need a tune-up?"
No, not really.
Fair enough. Jack shrugs. The smile never changes. The conversation drifts pleasantly. You talk about cyberware, old neighborhoods, local gangs. Jack seems surprisingly funny. You begin to relax. Then you notice something odd. Jack hasn't blinked once. Not a single time.
Your eyes.
You glance away. When you look back, Jack is standing ever so slightly closer to you, still smiling. Music seems quieter now, or further away, or maybe it's your hearing fading. You've been having trouble with it, haven't you? You realize he said that last question out loud.
Anyway, I should get going.
Of course. Jack nods, still smiling. You turn toward the door, but the door is gone. Only a blank wall remains. You stare, confused.
Hey, what happened to the...
When you turn back, Jack is even closer. Not enough for it to be impossible, just enough for it to feel wrong. Funny thing about cyberware, Jack says casually. I always find something else they need once I open people up. His smile remains perfectly fixed. The lights flicker. For a split second, the clinic changes. Not much, just little details. The floor looks stained. The walls look older. Something dark glistens on a surgical tray. Then everything returns to normal. But your pulse quickens.
Okay, look, enough of this shit, Choom. Where is the exit?
Jack points behind you. You turn, the door's back. Relieved, you reach for the open button. It opens onto another copy of the clinic.
What?
Same reception desk, same chairs, same music. And standing in the center of the room, smiling Jack, waiting. You back away, another door appears. You go through it, another clinic, another Jack, another smile, again. 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 Every exit leads to another room. Every room contains Jack. Sometimes he's standing. Sometimes he's sitting. Sometimes he's polishing surgical tools. Sometimes he's simply staring, always smiling, always watching. The music grows distorted. The notes stretch and wobble like melting tape. The clinics begin changing. The walls are no longer white. They're pale pink, fleshy. The floor feels soft beneath your boots. The overhead lights pulse like heartbeats. Somewhere distant, surgical equipment whirs. A scream echoes through the halls, then another, then dozens. You run. Door after door, room after room. Every clinic grows worse. Surgical trays overflow with chrome implants tangled together like nests of metallic insects. Discarded cybernetic eyes blink from bowls. Mechanical hands crawl across countertops like spiders. And everywhere, smiling Jack. Watching. Smiling. You finally stumble into an operating theater. The room is enormous. Rows of surgical lamps hang from the darkness above. An operating chair sits at the corner. Restraints hang open, waiting. Jack stands beside it. Ah, he says warmly, just in time for your appointment.
No.
You turn to run, your legs refuse to move. You look down. Bundles of cables have emerged from the floor. They've wrapped around your ankles. The cables pulse gently like veins. Jack approaches at an unhurried pace. No sudden movements. No threats, no anger. Just that endless smile. You know, he says, most people think surgery is about fixing things. Places a hand on your shoulder. The touch is ice cold. It is, in a way, but I can only do so much. It's really up to you and what you do with what I give you. You try to scream, no sound comes out, but blood and cables and rust and metal clamps vomit forth from your mouth. Jack guides you towards the chair. The restraints close by themselves. Click, click, click. Wrists, ankles, chest, forehead. The operating lights descend, blinding white circles. Jack picks up a surgical mask. For the first time, his smile disappears behind it, and relief floods through you. Until you realize the smile is still visible. Not on his face. Under the mask, stretching through the fabric. Impossible. Pressing outward as if carved into his skull. Then the mask tears. The smile continues widening, past human limits, past anatomy, splitting his cheeks, revealing rows of chrome teeth extending impossibly deep into darkness. The room fills with laughter. Not Jack's laughter. Yours. Hundreds of versions of your own voice. A radio flares to life and your voice echoes from there also. The whole city laughs with your voice. Laughing from beneath the operating table, laughing from inside the walls, laughing from inside your own chest. Jack leans over you, his eyes gleam under the surgical lights. "Oh, don't worry," he says softly. "You've survived every operation so far." You freeze.
So far?
Jack's smile widens further, and all around the room, hidden beneath sheets on dozens of operating tables, shapes begin to sit up. Each one has your face. Each one bears fresh surgical scars. Each one is smiling exactly like Jack. So many of you. A city full of them. That's when you wake up. Charlie. You watch as Tink sets off with a determined pace back up the road, back towards the city. "Arasaka," she said. "Net watch? No. You tell Sybil that I'll find my man on my own. 10K sounded like a lot, like it was too good to be true. Here's the truth. It's not nearly enough to cross Sokka and Net watch. And whoever these two are here in their cocoons, I want no part of that. Sorry, Charlie. You're a good guy, but this is not for me." And then she walked and you watched her disappear beyond the mirage heat shimmer of the road. "Well," Sachiko says at length, "looks like they're coming to." And in fact they are, the monitors on the plastic cocoons beeping with life, the two of them squirming like worms. "Let me get them out, we're going to need them." And as she pulls the plastic off of a young woman's face, the young woman awakes as if from a nightmare.
Hey, who are these people?
She's an employee of Vox Urbis.
Somebody important, I guess.
Oh, custodial staff. The man is a noodle shop owner. Very talented cook.
All right, just let me get this straight, because if I'm gonna protect you, can you explain to me why custodial staff and a noodle shop owner are wrapped up in the back of your car and you're hot-footing it out of the city?
She kind of ignores you and reaches in and puts a hand on Erica's face. "You're okay, Erica. You're fine. You're safe now. Come on, let's get you out of there. You want to help me, Charlie?"
Yeah.
"You're okay, Erica. Come on, let's cut them out. Just, if you press the button there on the thing, it'll loosen the wrap." The two of you are in the trunk of a car parked on the side of the road in the Badlands. You can see the outline of Night City far in the distance, and you can feel the dry, hot air of the Badlands as it whips along you in the silence that's broken only by the humming of power stations and relays nearby.
Where are we?
Well, we're outside the city. Our driver just left.
What?
You all right? Do you want some water? I have some here, and she's got a little bag, and she pulls out a little canteen, and she hands it to you, and she looks over at Jones. Mr. Jones, are you all right?
Yeah, I'll be all right. I'm very confused, so I'm hoping the next few things you're going to tell me is going to clear that up.
We're just waiting for someone, but we'll explain everything, or as much as we can, shortly. Perhaps you want to sit in the car where it's a little cooler. Charlie, would you mind getting behind the wheel and maybe moving us in the shade of that abandoned building there?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I'm not very comfortable in getting in the car. Is this about the 2,000 credits?
No, not at all. You recognize Flapjack, you recognize Sachiko, the woman that you bring special noodles to occasionally, and similarly, Erica, you would recognize Sachiko, one of the VPs of Interactive Technologies at your job.
You're Did you get out?
Yeah, I went to take your order today and you weren't there. I'm so fucking confused. What the fuck's going on?
I know. Like I said, we'll explain everything. Let's get in the car and we'll just move into the shade there.
As I do that, I'm furiously sending a message to
Libra.
Yeah. Libra. And I'm just giving details.
On what's going on?
Yeah. And I'm also forwarding the tickets for the...
No problem.
Yeah.
Charlie will maneuver the car in the shaded area, and the air conditioning is on, and you start feeling a little better. You catch your breath, and your body temperature starts to drop. You realize that you were insanely warm. Sachiko will lean in the back seat where you are and take your vitals and quickly give you a once-over. You need to drink a bit more water, but you'll be fine. You weren't cocooned up very long. What time is it, Charlie?
I don't know. What time is
You
it?
check. It's about 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah. It's a little late for noodles to spoil your dinner. 2 o'clock.
It's okay. The noodles were just to get Mr. Jones used to coming to my office. I take it worked since the two of you are now here.
So again, if I'm going to keep everybody safe like I'm supposed to, I need a little bit more information. What is going on here?
Had we decided, by the way, whether or not Charlie and Erica knew each other from Vox Urbis?
I think I would only know Erica by voice, by DJ voice.
But yeah, but we've determined also that she uses something to change her voice when she does that. So just hearing her straight voice wouldn't give you that hint.
Right.
I mean, I basically just did overnight custodial in like a data center, like sub-level. So would you have ever gone down there?
Not likely, unless that's even if I had, it was that one time. But I don't know if that was a sub-level.
Then it would have been the only other place you would have known me is if you had access or had any reason to look at like a employee database.
Okay,
I was doing some research into expenditures, but not.
Right. We'll say that you don't. We'll say that you not really encounter each other. It's a pretty big place.
Yeah.
Sachiko will say, in fact, she'll turn to Yurika and say, Charlie is also a employee of Vox Service. What department are you in again, Charlie?
Security.
Security. Oh.
Mostly financial security.
Okay.
I spend a lot of my job has to do with accounts receivable and payable.
Okay.
You're a pencil pusher.
For now.
For now, what are you aspiring to be? A pen pusher?
Kind of.
That's
In a way.
Who are you? What is going on here?
Consi-
Why am I here?
Considering
like.
Charlie just attempted to extract me from Vox Service, I'm inclined to believe that Charlie has rather grandiose dreams of becoming an edge runner.
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
it's not a bad, way to go after a while.
All right, you guys can let me out here. This is enough. I've had enough of this.
Hang on, Mr. Jones. Hang on, Mr. Jones. You don't want to try to walk back to the city. First of all, we don't know who's heading this way. And second of all, it's hot out there. And third of all, it's a long way to walk.
Taking all that into consideration, Flapjack just kind of sits back in his chair. He's like, "Yeah, you're right."
You get a message, Charlie, on your comm from Sybil going, "We're inbound, about a minute away from your position. What's the situation? I can't raise Tink at all on the comms."
Tink quit. We're cooling off in the car. I think Arasaka's on its way.
All right, hang tight. We'll be there in 45 seconds.
So,
Wait.
yeah.
Does this mean am I getting my 40% or not getting my 40%? I don't know.
Were you promised money by the man who hired you to help extract me?
Yeah.
A man who
We
told
were
you he
both
worked for
promised
Arasaka?
$10,000.
What?
A man who told you he worked for Arasaka?
Sorry, I'm a little cloudy right now.
He didn't tell you he worked for Arasaka. He just told you he was trying to get Sachiko out of Vox Service.
Wait, they said you're only getting 40%?
Well, no. He said that, he said on the back end he would give me 40% of, I don't know.
He lied to you, Erica. That man was a Netwatch agent. He was posing as an Arasaka agent trying to get me to leave Vox Service. Netwatch is interested in my research. He lied to you to get you to help him. But he's been taken care of. Little did he know that Arasaka and I had already been talking.
Okay.
And
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
no, just sorry. I don't know.
It's okay.
Ian, what's your character's name again? Sorry.
Flapjack Jones.
Joe. Okay. Did I call you Flapjack?
No, you call me Fillmore.
That's right. Okay. Sorry. Flapjack. No. Sorry. Who's that? Fillmore. I don't know. That's what I was gonna pay you with. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I got you into this mess. I'm sorry.
What mess is this? I'm still very confused, and I'm trying to be as polite as I can in the back of a car of...
The three of you
in the
are
middle of
dying. And we're going to try to help you with that. And possibly put a little coin in your pocket.
What? How do you...
As you say that, this truck pulls up. It's this big 4x with tinted windows and like a cab in the back, and it sort of pulls up and right next to the car, and it kind of locks the car in next to the building. And out of that vehicle, you recognize Charlie. You recognize Hiroyuki. There's a Asian man that comes out. He's wearing this dark leather jacket with black pants, like suit pants and boots. And along with him is a young woman who has extensive cyber modifications evident on her body. She has also Asian features, but they seem to be probably mixed. And she wears this very tight-fitting dark gray bodysuit with almost no markings on it, and you recognize that it's a Netrunner suit. And the two of them approach your car, and Hiroyuki kind of stands out and looks around, and she opens the door and sees the two of you sitting there and looks at Charlie and then at Sachiko, and then slides into the car and closes the door. Well, well, well. Quite the little motley crew you've got there. Charlie, what happened?
So, we were tagging the car, and Tink got all wrapped up with the boss, and I point to Sachiko. And then the heat came down, and I had to bail out. And as I bailed out, Tink was able to coordinate on where I was heading, and I was able to get in and get out. And then we got out, and then we were out here, and then we stopped, and the boss said we were going to wait here, and we had to get these people out of the trunk, and I didn't know who they were. And then we popped the trunk, and we were looking in there, and Tink said, "I'm out," and walked off. Now, I think Tink knows a little bit about what she's doing out here, and so I'm not as worried so much. I'm a little disappointed. We were just getting to know each other, but I'm still trying to figure it out from there.
All right, that answers some of it, and she looks at the other two, and then looks at Sachiko and goes, "And what do you have to say for yourself?" Sachiko says, "Netwatch, as I assume you know, got involved. They sent in a covert agent who pretended to be an Arasaka extractor. As I was just telling your friends here, what they didn't know was that I was already in touch with Arasaka, but I don't want anything to do with either Netwatch or Arasaka. I just wanted to get out of Vox Urbis." And Sybil stares at her for a while and says, "I know what you've been doing." And Sachiko says, "You know nothing. But I'll explain. And you'll see why I needed to leave. Now, be a good daughter, and let's just get along for a while."
I'm messaging Libra, and I'm like, "You wouldn't believe the day I'm having right now. Also, can you call Constance? My cousin, I can't get hold of her. Thanks." And yeah.
Sybil seems to bristle at this, and you can see she's a little angry at that mention. "Fine, where are we going?" And Sachiko says, "Well, I believe you wanted to go to my lab, so let's go to my lab. It's not very far from here. Are you bringing your man?" And Sybil, you see her eyes light up for a second as she sends a message to Hiroyuki, and he gets in the car, and Sachiko turns to you, "Charlie, you can drive this thing, right? I give you directions."
Yeah, my pleasure.
You start driving back onto the blacktop, further into the desert, the lot of you. As you drive, Sachiko looks over her shoulder at Sybil and says, "Why are you mixed up in this?" And Sybil says, "There's a crazed Ripper Doc in town. Have you heard of him?" "Smiling Jack?" "Yeah, I'm trying to stop him." "How very noble of you. Do your bosses know?" "This is more of an off-the-books operation, just Hiroyuki and me and Charlie and Tink, but I guess Tink's gone now. Jack's somehow connected to your lab here. Why don't you tell us everything you know about that?" "I know a lot."
What?
But none of it has anything to do with you or Smiling Jack."
Smiling Jack?
Sybil looks at you and at Jones. "I take it you also are familiar with Mr. Jack."
Well, you're telling me you guys are people who know. I look at Fillmore. Did you also get something done?
Kinda.
What is... So wait, hold on. So that's what all of this about? This is about trying to find that guy? If we find him, we're good as dead. Is that what this is? We're just supposed to be some kind of like monkeys to go and find this guy and kill ourselves to stop him for everyone else?
If we don't find him, we're dead anyway.
Then why are we here? Sorry, I think I'm done being polite. What the fuck is going on? Like, somebody needs to speak in very clear, basic terms for me.
Very clear, basic terms, please.
Sachiko turns around in the seat, looks at you guys, and says, "You've heard of Militech. I assume Militech, you know, is one of the 2 biggest mega corporations in the world. They make military equipment. Them and Arasaka are the 2 big ones, and they destroyed Night City going to war with each other some years back." So she looks at you and she says, "Militech was working on something they called Project Gemini. The purpose of Project Gemini was to create an on-off switch for cyberpsychosis. They obtained research on cyberpsychosis from an NCPD agent named Regina Jones. Stole it from her, in fact. But that project ended up terminated. It just didn't work. After Project Gemini was abandoned by their cybersecurity division as a viable approach, the contents of the project were moved to a resource redistribution office, where someone had the bright idea to send the work developed for Project Gemini to the entertainment division of Vox Urbis, to me. That's when it landed on my desk. I've been working on the development of Doll software." She looks at Sybil and says, "You know how much I dislike dolls. For the purpose of the audience, dolls are prostitutes who have a special piece of cyberware in their head that basically disconnects them from reality while they're working, that they can perform anything and then not remember it. You know how much I dislike doll software and dolls, trying to evolve the concept to create full-on AI-powered partnership constructs, we call them. AI partners who could fulfill any role required, from lovers to parent or friends, mentor, or even a child. My goal is to eventually help cut down on the number of men and women who are forced to work as dolls. We use the development in AI creation made in Project Gemini to help us jumpstart our work. But our work is AI research. I don't really see how it's connected to Smiling Jack or even cyberware." And Sybil says, "Well, somehow it is. The place where your lab is hidden, it should have been on his hit map. He has been finding victims in a very specific pattern throughout Night City in the constellation Gemini. And the last star, the last spot where he has not, so far, hit anyone, is the one where your lab is."
That must mean he knows where it is.
He knows something. "But here we are," says Sachiko. "Let's go in, I'll tell you a little bit more." You pull up at an old abandoned gas station in the middle of nowhere. A couple of rusted trucks in the back, busted neon signs. The pumps have been ripped off their moorings a long time ago. There's nothing. It's basically Tumbleweed City out here. You walk in after parking around back and pulling into the garage. A lot of you get out of the truck, follow her inside. She uses biometric data to open the door. Once you're inside, you realize that the inside is completely different. There's a corridor that is super high-tech, clean, very corporate. And she walks down that corridor and leads you, and eventually gets to an elevator where, again, using biometric data, she unlocks it and the elevator comes up, and you all get into it and go down quite a bit underground. When you walk in to the lab itself, it's super impressive. It is incredibly advanced, brand spanking new, everything like top of the line, high tech, the best of there is. It's an AI lab. You can see there's an AI server in the back. She walks in and you can find there are couches and chairs to sit on, and she goes to a little refrigerator and she pulls out drinks and some food and stuff and pulls it out for the rest of you. Sybil is looking more and more impatient as she stares at all this, but Sachiko takes her time. She opens up some computers and checks on some things. You get a chance to kind of get a bit of rest and get some food and drink in you. Eventually, she starts off some computer programs, and you see some screens flare to life around you. I'm going to beg your indulgence for 1 second. I have something that's not working correctly here. All right. Everything that's not working, but it's okay. Eventually, Sachiko calls up a few things on a computer, and eventually this starts playing on the screen. Sachiko comes over and looks at it. Not Sachiko, sorry, Sybil comes over and looks at it, and then looks at Sachiko and goes, "What am I looking at?" Sachiko says, "Your worst nightmare. This is Oz." Oz is a sentient computer virus that's spontaneously self-generated when Militech messed around with Project Gemini. It was originally designed as a virus they could use to take over a cyberpsycho's Chrome, turn it off or on, not the cyberware, but the cyberpsychosis. The virus targeted the point where the cyber technology fractures a human's psyche and sends them into cyberpsychosis. They called it Oz because, well, it made them the wizard behind the curtain, controlling everything. But it didn't work. Not well enough to pursue. The code for Oz was among all the data they sent us. They didn't even bother flushing it out. We put all of this in our labs, along with the thousands of personality matrices we'd accumulated for VR work. Oz began absorbing them all, making them part of its source code. And something weird happened. It picked up a signal.
When you say pick them up, you mean the personalities?
It absorbed them. We had copied the personalities of thousands of participants in order to create VR personalities.
Gross, but okay.
And it absorbed all of them. It became multitudes. It became legion. All these different personalities stacking on top of one another and mixing in with one another. And then it picked up a signal. A song, in fact. A melody. It was being broadcast on a frequency that hadn't been used since before the time of the Red, the 2020s. This song changed Oz, mutated it, started to rewrite its own code. Slowly at first, little bits here and there.
What was the song?
I call it a song but it wasn't a song the way you or I would understand it. I think the term melody might be a closer match to what it was.
Uh-huh.
What was the melody?
Yeah.
Again, it's a very old one, something that hadn't been heard in a while. We ran it through a number of simulations. There's a song called Set the World on Fire, but it goes like this. I don't want to set the world on fire.
Oh, I'm familiar.
I want to say, by the way, Bleak, that I've been recording since that little video came up. I've been recording the audio.
No problem.
I guess we can reference to that. I apologize, Ty. Good.
No, I'm just wondering what we're supposed to do about this.
Well, nothing, because I haven't told you everything yet.
There's more. Okay.
Okay.
Oz started to rewrite its own code. Slowly at first. Little bits here and there. Then it began making bigger changes. Fundamental ones to its operating processes, its foundational parameters. And then it began layering, adding layers upon layers of new code. That's when we finally realized it was doing this, but by that point it was too late. It controlled the lab. We tried to shut it down. And then it began to rewrite and create new code faster than any of our operational systems could keep up with. Then it went dark. And we thought it might have written itself into oblivion. But no. It had become something else, something we still don't understand. And it began answering the song it was hearing. Like a mating call. And then suddenly, it became something we cannot comprehend. Something alien. Ever mutating and growing. And that's when, and Sybil interrupts and says, and that's when you realized it was no longer in your system at all. It had escaped. Yes. We have a closed system here. We're not connected to anything. There was no way it could escape, but it did. And Sybil says, there was a way. It hid inside someone's chrome. It hitched a ride, like it was programmed to do. How do you know this? That was the source objective, right? What was it designed to do? Whoever it hitched a ride with. Sachiko says, is that Jack then? And that's why this is the first star in the constellation, its birthplace? Bill says, yeah, but I doubt whoever took it out is Jack. It found someone else after. But my question is, why these two? Why did you maneuver to get these two here? pointing to Erica and Jones. Erica.
Yeah.
The signal that Oz picked up was hidden in your broadcast communications.
Oh, sorry, I'm in trouble. Okay. Look, I wasn't trying to mess up any of this, okay? I've just been trying to speak some truth, okay?
I know, I've listened to your show. The problem is not your show or whatever's on it. The problem, Erica, is the tech that you're using. You found some tech in some abandoned closet somewhere in Box Service,
Yeah, it was
right?
old. It was old. It
is old tech. It's pre-red tech.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it had an encoded message in it that reached out and spoke to Oz every time you were broadcasting.
Oh.
Broadcasting what? What are you talking about? You have a ham radio as a custodian in the basement?
I do it. Whatever. It's compromised anyway. I do this show called Echo Chamber.
Oh my God! You're that? You're Echo Chamber? I love your show.
Thanks.
That's good. No, I listen to it.
You really listen to it?
Oh yeah. No, I listen to it all the time. Sometimes I even work late just so I don't have to leave. I don't have to be disturbed by anything, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, it's really an honor.
I guess I didn't think no one was listening, but you know, I just didn't think that's kind of a big reaction I had.
It's just something real in the city, you know. I know you're just really trying to get the message out there.
I just want people to remember they have a soul.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to get to the edge.
Gotcha.
I'm glad that you're living your fantasy of meeting one of your idols there, Charlie, but that doesn't explain why the noodle shop owner is here.
Right,
Well-
right. I'm still wondering that too.
Well, again, I was getting paid money that I definitely did not get anything of, and I'm really upset about it. To go into to get some data or something that was in Sachiko's office, and well, I knew that he went up there.
Mm-hmm.
I was the key.
Who gave you that key?
I would assume it was our friend.
It was
Sachiko.
Sachiko, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you mind telling us a little bit, Mr. Jones, about your brother?
Do I have to?
Look, if I got a dump about my not so secret radio show, then it's all out on the table now.
God. Okay. My brother, he Apollo. He was a net runner.
He was a solo.
He's former military. He was a solo, former military, but he used to fuck with me a lot for wanting to own a noodle shop. Like I should have been his partner doing what he was doing, but I decided to go a different way.
You should be grateful, Mr. Jones, says Sachiko. If you had followed him, you had, in fact, become his partner, you would be in the same situation he is now.
Yeah, well, I'm halfway there, and he pats the cyber leg.
Not quite. Your brother Apollo had a partner, Artemis, a netrunner.
Yeah.
And the two of them were killed last year in a run against a company called PsyOp, a subsidiary of Militech. Your brother and his partner Artemis were two of the test subjects in Project Gemini.
Okay.
They were taken by Militech. They weren't killed, but they were heavily cybered and on the edge of cyberpsychosis, so they were used for trials. Part of Oz is made up of your brother's personality.
Okay. And it's very flustered, like after hearing that. That's my brother. This coding, that's what's left of my brother.
Partly.
Partly, what does partly mean?
Means that there are others also, but he is one of the main components of the source code.
Okay. And whatever you're doing is to get rid of this, to separate who's in here?
Well, that's what Sybil wants to do. Isn't that right, Sybil? And Sybil says, Jack needs to be stopped. However he was created, whoever created him, he needs to be stopped, and that's what I'm trying to do. And pray tell, dear daughter, why did you choose the two people that you chose, Mr. Charlie here and Tink? Sybil says, I chose them because my research showed that they were ambitious, that they had almost no modifications, and I had a carrot for them. I know where a couple of people they really care for are, so I figured they would be very willing to get involved in this situation. I had a plan to get Jack, but it all started with luring him here. Sachiko says, not here. I've thought about it too. I know what your plan is. Maybe we can combine our ideas. Do you think your friend will be willing to help us? I'm certain my two friends will be interested in putting this behind them, sorting the situation out, getting themselves out from under the Damocles sword hanging over their heads.
And my cousin.
Sachiko, not Sachiko, but Sybil says yes. And your cousin.
Yeah, I'm in it for three things, and the $10,000 is the last one. My cousin and me.
Sybil says, okay.
I apologize.
It's a lot. It's a lot. There's nothing we can do here. I could use a drink. Anybody else use a drink?
Yes.
100%.
There's a place I know not too far from here. I suggest we get out of this fucking underground laboratory. Go there, have a drink, calm down, and then I'll tell you how I think we can stop Jack. But I'm going to need the three of you. My mother, fortunately, has a good point. There's a part of the plan I hadn't thought of, but it seems that she had. Sound good?
Yeah.
Do you want Charlie to ride with Mr. Jones and Miss Erica, and I'll ride
Hartman.
with Hartman. I'll ride with Sybil and her bodyguard. We'll meet there. Where's the bar? And Sybil looks to you, Charlie, and she transfers the information on the bar. It's called the Caterwall, and she gets you the directions to it.
It's not the one where Constance works.
No.
All right. Let's go, Hot Rods.
You get back out, take the elevator back up, get into the car. The other three go into the other car and they start heading out. The three of you are sitting in the car now as it's idling in the garage, getting ready to leave. Eventually, Charlie will put it in gear and start driving.
What the fuck?
Okay, so a big computer virus. It's collecting consciousness from people who have extensive cyberware and storing it and using it in some form or fashion. This has to do something with how the dolls work, I assume, too. Putting that in my back pocket. My brother's in there,
Gross.
which is... My brother being in there is gross?
No, the thing about the doll you're gonna put in your back pocket, so you're gonna do with the information about the dolls. Gross.
If it feels like they're connected, the way that the dolls are able to cut that part about and be completely AI, and this thing that's making people completely, essentially mad with AI, that's why I'm putting it in my pocket. Like, I'm not... You
You're
think I'm
missing the
fucking
point,
with the
man.
doll?
That's-
No.
You're
Like-
missing the point. Our lives have been controlled for decades, man. We have to push back, and we're getting a throughway right to it.
Why
Right
are
now.
you so excited about this?
Because we're getting help to keep our heads from blowing up and to save the people that we love and to find an out of this grind. Do you want to keep pushing noodles?
Yes.
Oh.
I chose to do this. This is what I enjoy. It's
Well-
not just this that's fucking with people on the street. I'm sorry, Mr. Horse is your last name? You can sit in your high rise pushing your pins, but us on the lower level here, it's not just AI we have to deal with. If this
Like-
goes away, we have to worry about something else. I have people extorting me for money, and I didn't do anything. I don't gamble. I didn't steal anything. I'm just a dude who fucking makes noodles.
Same.
And now you're coming to tell me that my brother is stuck in a computer somewhere, and I'm just supposed to go gung ho revolution, right?
I mean, not the noodles part, but
Okay, look, this smiling Jack guy put a thing in my head that if I'm not full bore, it's gonna blow up. It's gonna break my brain. I'm gonna die.
that's why I've been harder with the radio show. That's why I've been doing more of it, hoping it gets out to somebody.
It did. It did. And I'm putting all the pieces together right now. And I'm ready. You got to get ready too. We can help your brother, and we're going to help my cousin, and we're going to help each other, right? And we're going to find this Jack guy, and we're going to get you back to work. We're going to get you back to your shop, and I'm going to stop pushing pens and pencils, as you said.
I mean, I was doing the radio show before. Just like feel like it's like embarrassing because I like preach about not getting more cyberware, and then I needed to get more cyberware, and
Oh, you kind of got called out on your own, huh?
yeah, and of course it's about the guy that, or by the guy I should say, that wants to like blow up my life and telling me to do life to the fullest. I am doing life to the fullest. That's what I was doing. I mean, was it not from like, you know, I work and then I do the show and I talk to people, but like, what do you want me to do? Like go out there? It's not safe out there. Like, I'm supposed to just like be out there like putting my hands in things, and now what? You're gonna tell me that I have to do it because you put a bomb in my head?
Yeah, you're making a point now. You're making the point I'm trying to make. It's not safe out there, and it wasn't safe before. And now, here we are. So why don't we do something about it?
I mean,
Hey,
I feel like we're
hey,
gonna have to. What?
I got a little bit of Piranha Smash. You guys want to do?
You got a problem with what?
Oh, Piranha Smash. Never mind. Never mind. Don't worry about it. But I know.
Drug? What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do drugs right now? What the?
What did I say? We're supposed to be pushing the edge. No, we're not going to do that right now. Don't worry about it. But I do want to let you know. I want to tell both of you right now. I know people. I have connections. I have one connection, and I can make the most of it. If we all work together, I can help you out, and you'll help me out, and we're going to find this jackass guy, and we're going to make him pay for messing with us, and then we're going to get paid, and it's going to be you're going to get back to what you want to do, and I'm going to do what I want to do.
How do you know that?
I almost ran us off the road. Sorry, I gotta quit talking to my hand.
Oh,
I know it because that's all there is for me. And if you got something to go back to that you already have, you're not going to be able to do it until we close this loop.
So I'm not going to be able to do it unless I get paid big.
How
And if
big?
You're telling me that huge
Well, it's 10,000 to start.
to start. That's fine.
Okay. Me too.
solve my
Plus,
problem.
I want to keep my head on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the deal with you and your cousin?
My cousin and I are close. She dances at a club downtown. She hasn't made it in. She's not gonna, something's happened to her. She tried to call me. I missed the call. I can't get hold of her now. Sybil said she can help me get her back.
She's probably got her saran wrapped somewhere. Like,
Yeah, are
they
we
did,
sure? Like, are we sure that she's like, if this money is real and that she's actually going to be able to help you? Because, you know, the last time I took a big deal like this, I ended up wrapped in plastic and now here. And this doesn't necessarily seem better than the situation I was in before.
I'm not,
Like
I
that
didn't,
too.
yeah,
Yes, you too.
but I didn't get wrapped in plastic. And I'm also
Not
working
yet.
with this. Come on now. There's a couple things going for us. Okay. We're going to be a team right now. Can we agree on that?
I feel like I don't have a choice. It's like, I don't know. My head's still all messed up because it was like, I've been up for now like 24 hours and like I took a booster earlier and like that mixed with whatever the fuck was in the bag is really giving me a headache. Like those things do not go together.
So that's
To be
why you
fair,
don't want to
man,
do
we
drugs.
To be fair, man, we just met you like a couple hours ago.
Okay, first of all, let me just clarify a few things. My name isn't Horse. My name is Charles, but I go by Charlie Horse, but I'm working it. So you talked about me being on my high horse. I'm wondering, do you think High Horse would be a better nickname than Charlie Horse? Because
No.
I've been told Charlie Horse isn't that good. Like it's
And
a
then they
cramp.
flapjack, dude.
I know, but you don't want to move to the edge. You just want
High
to.
horse sounds a little entitled in my opinion, but it's kind of like the opposite of like everything that I stand for.
Oh, that isn't cool.
I mean, I would say like a Charlie horse at least. Like, you know, I hate Charlie horses. So if you're like trying to make a name for yourself,
Yeah.
why not start with something that everyone hates?
It's a pain. It's a pain, right?
It's yeah.
It
I-
is.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
That's
screaming.
kind of where I was going with it, but a couple people told me no. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now.
That's where I'm at right now.
Come in the
Cool.
back of the car. All right, so we're doing this.
I'm doing this.
You think it's actually gonna change? Like, do you think this is actually gonna make like the difference? Like,
Oh, no, but it's an in to a start.
And we're gonna get paid.
If it was up to me, absolutely. My opinion, I hope so. But if nothing else, if I come out of this alive and my cousin's okay and I can build on it, I got a dream.
I guess what else do we have to lose if our heads are going to blow up anyway, right?
Right. Are any of you packing? You carrying?
Packing?
You got,
Who's asking? Are you, Mr. Horse?
you know what they say about horses.
You guys have guns on you?
Always.
What?
It's wild in these streets.
I know, and that's why I don't keep one on me, because then I'm innocent.
Just so you know, I didn't take it to work regularly.
No one's ever
Regular.
innocent.
Just today.
Okay, I don't have anything, so I don't even have a knife. I don't. Stay
You
away
want a
from
knife?
that stuff. What?
You got a
Do I want-
stapler?
do I want a knife? I don't. No, I don't have a stapler. Where would I have one? Where would that come from?
They make-
A stapler or a knife?
Oh, I
No,
don't know either.
I'm just saying, I know somebody that uses a stapler to great effect.
The knife would have been great to get out of the plastic.
We got you out.
Let's just go.
Yeah. To the bar.
Boy, do I
You
want to.
eventually pull up to the Caterwall. The Caterwall is a bar that is situated closer to the city. It's under the San Moro Bridge in North Haywood. It's kind of a semi-busy cocktail joint. It's got strippers and that kind of entertainment going on in one room. The other room is kind of like a cocktail bar with, discreet lighting, booths, that kind of like low dark purple neon light kind of going so that everything's kind of hazy, and it's a pretty good place to kind of sit and talk business. You get into it, you see stickers on the side of the door that proclaim this to be the territory of 6th Street. The 6th Street gang, is a paramilitary gang that basically a lot of them are former military soldiers. They all kind of still operate with this kind of military kind of mindset to them. And they're the ones who are kind of in charge or control this kind of area. And that's kind of just warning you of that. And as you step in, you find this place, the music has this kind of like low bass heavy kind of house music kind of playing. The people who are here, you can see, because it is like late afternoon, so the crowd is very much sparse, not a lot of people, just a couple of like people you would assume are, sort of like low to mid-level street runners, maybe out here meeting someone or looking for a gig, that kind of thing. But I will say this, especially I think for you, Charlie, this is the kind of place in your head you imagine like is the kind of place you'd hang out at if you were like a big time edge runner. Like this has that smell of biz just kind of like emanating from everything in it. This isn't a bar where you go to hang out and have fun. This is a bar where you go to make connections and get some work and, get things done. And you walk in and immediately kind of picture yourself in that far corner booth there. Just sitting there, maybe a bodyguard standing nearby, kind of holding court, people coming to you, buying information or giving you information or arranging for deals, you meeting with runners, hooking people together. Like that's the dream. Looking over, seeing your cousin dancing over there, but not on the stage because she doesn't need to do that anymore.
Yeah.
She's dancing for fun with her friends.
Yeah.
Jones,
I feel like I'm
sorry, go ahead.
No, I feel like I'm home. I'm
Jones,
home
you walk in here and you get that this must have been the kind of place my brother hung out at, and I'll let you decide how you feel about that because that's up to you, but you walk in and it almost smells of him, and you kind of remember when he would come by just to kind of get a bowl of noodles and just pick on you and just kind of rub his money in your face or whatever, kind of just be a bit of a jerk and a bully, he would smell like this place. You imagine they all kind of smell like this, you know, that kind of smell of action and money. It's a little
Sweaty.
aphrodisiac.
Oh.
Aphrodisiac-y a little bit. Like there's like that metallic tang of like stuff goes down here, shit happens, you know. And I'll let you all have a moment here in a second. Tell us how you feel. I just want to set the scene for each of you. Echo, as you walk in, I think for the first time you're learning that so many more people than you thought knew about your little podcast and heard you. So now you're wondering who's been listening to you, because you have no way of knowing how many people listen to you. And when you walk in here, you're immediately like, this is probably the kind of people who listen to the show. Like these street level people who are like actively trying to like fight the system or change things or better their lives, or, you know, this is kind of like a hall of rebel angels in some ways. And you kind of imagine this is probably the kind of people that listen to the show and that would actually kind of hear what I have to say. So as the three of you move in, and you notice in one of the corner booths, the other three have arrived and have sat down already and are talking to a waitress. As the three of you walk into this place and get ready to walk up to that table and kind of get into some of the action, I guess, what is each of you thinking about or kind of feeling in this moment?
I'll go first. Reverse order. I feel, I mean, there's this kind of nice feeling about, like, hey, that thing that I was doing and was doing so people could hear it, and then especially since this whole thing with the whatever has been implanted into me, like that whole idea of, okay, do something. It feels real, but I didn't expect it to make me feel so nervous and so paranoid. Like, I've been doing it kind of underground with the idea that it was underground, that if there was anybody hearing it, the message would be passed through their voices and not through mine. And now this idea that this room is filled with people that may know it on their own through hearing me, it's overwhelming. So I think as Erica, as Echo walks into the room, it's almost paralyzing. I think she's very kind of stiff, trying to hold herself together.
Yeah, I would say Flapjack is kind of taking in the entire area, kind of getting that whiff of nostalgia of his brother, and kind of putting a couple pieces together. He's observing how everyone is moving, not for any intent of like just in case something happens, but to kind of capture a sense of his brother. And I will say he's sitting there with some intrigue, more so of like, oh, so this is what he did. This is the lifestyle that he wanted me to get into. And there's a very small, very faint interest that maybe everything that he's into right now might lead to something. Could be fun, most definitely is going to be dangerous, but it's the closest that he'll get to hold to his brother since he thought he died.
Charlie wants this. 100%. I am feeling my element, and it's not coming soon enough, because when I get it, no one's going to mess with me. No one's going to mess with Constance. People are going to do the work for me. I'm going to make things happen, and I'm going to turn this city around.
Charles, go ahead and roll your base ability for me. Your roll ability. In fact, all of you can roll your roll ability for me.
Trying to remember what mine is.
Yours is haggle. So if you click on, you can see. You see where you have that bar: skills, actions, inventory, then roll ability. If you click on roll ability, it'll pop up your roll ability. Your roll ability is operator, and you can roll your haggle, which is pretty disgustingly high. Erica, your roll ability is credibility.
24.
You get a +4, Erica. So you're going to roll.
You said mine is +4?
Well, yeah, it's a +4 to your roll. So you're going to roll your local expert in the city. Sorry, your perception, and you're going to add 4 to the roll. And Jones, your roll, we'll give you that. Roll is your combat awareness, so you're going to roll up your You're going to roll your tactics.
Already.
You're going to add your skill +3 to the roll.
Can I get my roll?
Yeah, whoever wants to tell me their roll first.
I got a 24.
Same.
So,
Oh.
Erica, as you step into this place and take this place in, you realize how the entire place is kind of like laid out almost like a chessboard, and you're someone who is intrinsically excellent at chess. You can see how people are connected. You can see how people are reacting to each other. You get a sense for where the groupings are, the people that like each other, that dislike each other. You kind of pick up on the subtle details of what everyone's doing. You realize that you're picking up the story of this bar. You realize that you're picking up the story of the people in this bar. This place, you get the sense, is a place where, in fact, the people that are here are all working together, even if they don't know it, even if they're not doing it consciously. They're all working together to create the tapestry that is Night City. You can see how each of their actions is going to add to one another. You can see how the different factions are going to react to one another, and you get this kind of clear understanding right away. And you get the feeling that you could walk to anybody in here and say something to them that would matter to them. Say something to them that they would understand. Say something to them that would show that you understand them. And you have this kind of intrinsic understanding of the narrative of the place. That's something you haven't super experienced before. Sorry, Ian, what was your role?
23.
You walk in and immediately you clock the people who look the most dangerous. You walk in and you know that the guy that's sitting in the back there that looks like he's kind of just this raw, skinny guy. He's probably the most dangerous in here. He's the cooler. He's there to kind of get involved when the bouncers are overrun. He's just sitting there looking like he has a beer, but he hasn't touched it. It's just sitting there, been sitting there forever. You clock a couple of other guys in the corner, you can tell right away they got fucking heavy weaponry on them. The way they sit, the way they move, you can tell that they're like ready at any point in time for something to go off. You clock a couple of 6th Street gangers at the bar, and as soon as you see them, the way they're the safety's off on their weapons, the way they kind of like puff their chest, the way they move, that they're looking for trouble. You sense immediately that almost anything will set them off, and they're going to be very delighted to kind of get into it. You can tell who's scoping out the restaurants. You know where the exits are. You immediately pick up like where the security cams and whatnot, and you realize that it's probably Hiroyuki that made them pick that booth, because it's the one you realize you would have picked. It's the one that cuts down on any angles coming at it, and it's got a clear access just by jumping over the back to the exit. It's like the perfect spot in here. And you understand all of this sort of intrinsically without really kind of knowing why you do. You kind of feel like it's just in your bones to kind of notice this. Ty, what did you get?
24.
You look around the room and you immediately pick up on what people need. That waitress over there that's got a bit of a harried look, she's not harried because there's a lot of clients or things are going on. You realize that she's worried about something outside this place, and that she took on a shift that she didn't want to take because she really needs the money for something that's really kind of got her by the throat. You realize that the guy that's over there, who's like constantly kind of moving his shoulder and kind of like jerking around, has got some bad cyberware or a bad connection. You would really need a cyber doc to fucking take a look at his thing, you know, and check it out. Another person over there you can tell is on the prowl looking for people. Everyone who walks in that even remotely looks like they know how to handle a gun, he immediately kind of clocks them and checks them, and you can tell that he's maybe someone who is just a regular average Joe who heard about this place and wants to hire someone to go rough up someone, but he's like trying to find the scariest guy, but at the same time someone not too scary that he's scared of approaching them. And you're picking up on all these subtle kind of connections with everyone here, and you realize how easy it would be to insert yourself between them, to go to one guy and say, hey, I know what you need, you look like you need this, and to bring him to that other guy over there, because that's exactly what that other guy is looking for. And this girl over here, she's totally selling this thing, and that's what this other person over there needs. And again, it's this intrinsic kind of understanding of that, and you realize that you've not been in places like this before, which is why maybe this kind of ability, but everything you've been doing, all the haggling and pushing and whatnot that you've been doing at work, has kind of honed that skill. For the first time, the four of you kind of feel that, and you approach the table, and as you sit down, you see very specifically Sybil kind of look at all of you a little bit like you walked in dressed differently than you were before, and it's not the end of the world, but she notices there's like a difference. Glad you could find the place. Not too much trouble, I hope.
Easy as.
I assume that you had time to talk amongst yourselves and to ride over, and the fact that you're all here means that you're all in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good, because you're probably not going to like everything I have to say, but unfortunately it's one of those things where the medicine tastes really terrible, but you need to swallow it down in order for it to have effect.
Okay.
I've been talking to Sachiko, and we have an idea. Like she said, we're melding our plans together. It seems that, once again, my brother knows what I'm going to do right before I do it. The reason why I chose Charlie and Tink originally is because they didn't have a lot of cyberware, which made them all but impervious to Oz, to the virus. But that remains that we need to do a few things. We need to draw Oz out, which means drawing Jack out. We need to bring them somewhere where we can get rid of Jack and then trap Oz. We need to offer them something they won't be able to resist. And then we need a secure place to put them in.
Would you mind just the connection between Jack and Oz?
Oz is controlling Jack.
Including that?
It's because of Oz that Jack did that.
Right.
We don't
Okay.
quite understand Oz's purpose or plan or goals, but it seems that testing humanity is part of it. This is what this feels like, getting a group of test subjects together, seeing how far they'll go, how many of them will crack, how many of them will actually go through with it, how many won't. It's collecting data.
Are you sure this has nothing to do with my show?
Aside from the fact that
Aside
whatever
from
piece
the
of tech you're
technology,
using is what woke him up.
It's just an old radio. I mean, do you want me to go? I mean, I could get it and we could see what's in it.
Sachiko looks at you and says, Erica,
Yes.
when you start talking for people, you have to accept that the words you say are going to matter and change things.
I was talking for myself.
You were not. You were speaking to the city and for the city. You were talking to the people, trying to make them understand what their situation was and what they needed to do. You were calling on people to heed your words. If you didn't want people to hear you, why did you broadcast your voice? You wanted it. You wanted people to hear your voice and to realize that you were telling the truth and to use that to spur them on. In some ways, you're not exactly different than Jack is. You are using the means at your disposal to get people to wake up out of their stupor.
Don't compare me to that fuckwad.
You're doing the same thing.
No, I'm not.
I mean, you're both in my head.
You want people to awaken, to throw off the shackles of whatever society has imposed on them. You're just using a different method. You're not holding a sword to their head.
Yeah, I'm not. This is kind of holding a sword to our head.
But the goal is the same.
The goal is truth. It's not like destructive. It's rebirth.
That sounds
It's
exactly like
new.
what Jack is doing. This
I
idea of
like-
rebirth.
I like Erica's message.
I'm going to die. How is that rebirth?
You're going to die unless you do what he wants you to do, which is to awaken yourself and to live your life to its full potential.
Is this not a huge risk to that?
There's a risk in everything.
Yeah, but isn't this more likely to induce the part?
Well, this is why we need all of you. Erica, we're going to need to use your broadcasting equipment to get a signal out to where Oz will hear it. Pick up on it.
Okay.
That signal should guide it to wherever we're going to try to imprison him. He's not going to come out for nothing. He's done his job as far as he's concerned. He's completed the constellation, so we have to show him something that he can't resist. He's in a stranger's body right now, but a body that has the DNA, the cybernetics, similar personality profile to someone who is part of him. That will be a familiar body. That will entice him. That will be like putting on a comfortable, well-worn suit. And that's why we'll need Mr. Jones. We'll also need someone who can, in the moment, be present so that when the transfer begins, when Oz leaves Jack's body and attempts to enter Mr. Jones's body, that someone is there to make sure that Smiling Jack is no longer a place for it to flee. Bullet to the head, but we need someone who cannot be controlled by someone with almost no chrome, which rules out myself or Hiroyuki. Otherwise, we'd do it. And then once that transfer has begun and he has nowhere else to go, we need a safe place to store him. And there's only one place I can think of that could store something like that.
Your lab.
The lab, yeah. I was just thinking.
No. He's already escaped my lab once. Have any of you ever heard of Mikoshi?
Have we?
You haven't. That's the role I had you do at the beginning of before the game.
Figured. Okay.
Not a chance.
Mikoshi is one of the most heavily guarded data fortresses in Arasaka. It holds the digitized minds of clients from their Secure Your Soul program. For security reasons, information about the program is still classified by the corporation. Among netrunners who've breached Arasaka, there's a widespread belief that Mikoshi is a soul prison for the digitized victims of their program, Soul Killer. Rumor has it that Arasaka uses the souls of captured netrunners and uses them as data collectors. A netrunner named V broke into the Izanagi Mikoshi about a year ago, the access point under Arasaka Tower. No one really knows what he did there, but he did something to that place. Since then they fortified it, but there are access points at almost every Arasaka headquarters. What we need to do is find one, access it, and lure Oz there. Now my mother thinks she has an idea who might help us do this, and Sachiko says, yes, the Arasaka agent, the real Arasaka agent who made contact with me. I think she might be interested in leaving their employ and might be amenable to helping us reach an access point for Mikoshi.
Interesting.
I have a question. What safeguards do we have if Jonesy's going to carry around Oz in order to get from point B to C once we get A out of Jack to B? And I also want to add, I'm not going to murder anybody.
Yeah, I'm not killing anybody.
Someone has to take Smiling Jack, whoever the body is, out of the equation at the moment of transfer.
Can we just, like, knock him out? Does he have to be dead?
How under am I going to be when this transfer happens, while this transfer is happening?
You're not really going to be under, and Sybil says, I'm going to load you with a little bit of ice that I have concocted. It's going to lock out Oz for a few seconds. When he comes to connect to you, he's going to be locked out and frozen for a few seconds. That's when you should do the deed with Jack's body and then use the signal from Hartman's broadcast to lure him into Mikoshi. Make him believe that's his way out. I'll watch over you from cyberspace. Hiroyuki's an expert at infiltration. He's going to help you get in. He just can't go in the room with you at the end. Too much chrome.
Speaking of ice, can I get another drink? This waitress just gave me a whole container of ice.
The waitress will come by and take your order again. No problem.
And less ice. Thanks.
What's my role in this?
Your role is to be in the room, to do whatever is necessary. Your role is also going to be helping us sleaze our way into Mikoshi. I'm sure the Arasaka agent's going to be able to get us to a certain point, but somewhere along the way, you're going to have to schmooze our way through.
Massage
our way through.
Yeah.
I was originally going to have Tink handle the tech part, but unfortunately, it is what it is.
I can help with that.
Right now, what you need to do, Miss Harmon, is to get your gear from wherever you stored it.
Well, part of it is at my apartment, and part of it is at the office.
That's a problem, because none of us can go back to that office as we are. They're actively looking for all of us now. Something about attempting to abduct me.
I might be able to make an arrangement. Get somebody to go get it for you, maybe.
That would be useful. I mean,
send me a list of what you need and where it's at.
well, it's not really a list. It's more like it's in my personal closet. Yeah, this probably means I don't have a job anymore, don't I? Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff that I can only grab so much of it. Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, like, wouldn't the day shift guy be able to help?
You'll have to talk to him.
Okay.
Sybil says I don't have any connections at all at Vox Urbis, and my mother and the rest of you now are all persona non grata.
Yeah.
Hey, I can make a call.
Might as well try.
That's what you're here for.
I mean, I have the main part of it.
Excellent. At your place? I'll have to go get it.
Yeah.
I am going to need a bit of time to finish writing the code that we're going to use, so I'm going to suggest that you have as much fun as you can handle tonight and then return to your homes. Get what you need. But I think that we should all be staying together until this is over. I will arrange for a safe house for everyone. Once you've picked up whatever you need, it's not going to be very safe for any of you to go back home alone. That's the first place they're going to go wait for you.
Can I? Well, my stuff is at home. Is my boyfriend okay?
Depends how badly they want you.
I hope not that bad. Oh.
My suggestion is that the three of you go together to each of your places and pick up whatever you need. At least that way you have backup if something happens. And then once you've picked up everyone's things, give me a call and I'll give you the address to a safe house.
Can he come with?
You can see Sybil's like, I don't think so. But then Sachiko goes, of course he can. We don't want to separate family, do we, daughter? And Sybil just sort of cedes a little bit. Yeah, I guess your boyfriend can come. Any of you want to bring your boyfriends also?
Ain't got no boyfriend.
I got not one.
Eric, is that really a good idea?
Yeah, why wouldn't it be? I don't want him to get, first of all, more caught up in anything, and then two, I don't want him to get hurt.
Is there someplace that he can go? It seems like if we bring him with, he's just as liable to get hurt as if maybe he just took a vacation.
I don't have anywhere else to go.
You may not. And I look at Sybil and Sachiko and go, is there a way?
I want him with me.
For what?
What do you mean for what? I'm incredibly uncomfortable.
Look,
there's a whole bunch of stuff going on, and he's someone who makes me feel safe.
We can't have extra unstrategized luggage with us, though, Erica. Let me tell you what.
I'm going
Just
to be
give me
the least strategized luggage unless I have my boyfriend with me. Do you understand?
Whoa.
What's his name?
Connor.
I look forward to meeting Connor.
Shit.
But hear me out. I can try. Let me get back to you. I can arrange to get your stuff picked up from the office and find a place for Connor to lay low for 10% of your payout.
For what?
$1,000.
You're going to take 10% of my payout?
If I can do this for you, Connor's safe. You get your gear. We do this mission. We start a new life. And for free. Look,
You're
hear me
going
out.
to
For
make
free.
me pay you to do... He's coming with.
You're not hearing me, though. Let me add one more thing to it. This is free. This is an add-on. I can help you get a new job and something you probably will like better. Let me try.
Oh.
5%.
No.
1%. Come on. Just give me a test run.
You're making me really want to kill you.
I don't believe in that.
Back off.
Do you want your stuff or not?
Yeah, I want my stuff and I want him.
Okay, I'm not going to worry about him, but it is, you understand, it's I'm using my resources to get your stuff so you have everything you need.
I'll use my own resources. This is part of your thing too. So if you're part of this team, you use whatever you have to make this work. You're the one leading the charge, not 10 minutes ago. Figure it out, buddy.
This is what I'm doing. I'm leading the charge. I'm establishing.
Thank you. I don't even want to hear you talk anymore. I turn off my
Jones.
hearing.
Jones, do you give away noodles all the time?
Hey man, you dug yourself a hole. You get yourself out of it. Honestly, I don't think you should come, but fuck it at this point.
Well, I think I'm keeping Charlie Horse.
I think it's a good decision to make. Okay, it's fine. Hey, waves at Erica. Hey.
Turn it back on. What?
I'm not gonna beat this too much into you, but you realize Connor could die doing this as much as all of us. And if you're comfortable with that, fine.
You think I don't know that? I want him near me.
No, I don't think you know that. That's why I'm asking. If you're aware of it,
Well,
fine.
figure it out. We're all on the same fucking page. I know what you know.
No, we will not figure it out. You'll figure it out.
Hey, Jones.
I'm turning my hearing off again. I don't even know why I bothered.
It's fine.
I don't think she's listening to you.
Well,
Shout out to Crit Hit Chronicles. Thank you for the raid. We appreciate you guys. Cujo and the gang, thank you for coming in.
Come on in. The water's fine. It's
all right.
warm,
So,
actually.
CH, listen. So, if anything, I suggest we stop at my cart first, or my home first. The stuff that I have is quick, and then we can. I think going to Erica should be the last step, being the precious cargo we're going to be carrying around.
We still got the question of getting back to the office for whatever else.
You have someone you could call there, maybe someone who would be excited to do you a favor.
Me? I got somebody I can call that can find somebody that can do the favor.
You do remember that
Susie Q.
Susie Q, yeah.
second option. I want to send a message to Libra. Hey, Libra, I know I've been in touch with you a lot. I got you those tickets. I hope you got them. I'm sure they're probably in your
She
social
picks up.
folder.
Hi.
Hey. So can you hear where I'm at? I don't know if you can recognize the
I can't
the
hear
background.
where you are, but I can hear my phone ringing off the hook all the time. What's going on, Charlie?
All right. There's some serious stuff going down, and I'm not kidding. But also this could be a big payday down the line for me and you. What I'm wondering is if you think you could help me with a little infiltration over to Vox Urbis. Did I say that right? To get something out of someone's cubby.
Oh, I'm glad because I thought you were gone. I thought that the sentence ended there. I thought you wanted me to help you get something out of someone, and I was like,
No,
it's a little bit
just
outside of my
something
jurisdiction.
out of some place. Yeah. You know what? Have we?
You were
I'm
there.
surprised
Why
we
can't
never
you just?
dated. Because I won't be able to go back there anymore.
Oh.
I've been identified as a liability, I guess.
Well.
Yeah. Do you know? There's. Do you know anything about the hierarchy over there at Vox? There's Sachiko. Know that name?
Sachiko. No. I mean, I could look it up.
Yeah, she's kind of a big wig over there. But there's been an extraction from the company that was kind of incidental.
Did you
accidental.
just steal Vox Urbis's VP of Entertainment Technologies?
Technically, it was this woman Tink, but I got into the vehicle at one point.
Impressive. You're moving on up.
Yeah, I'm
I have
trying.
a question. Can I hear Charlie Horse having this conversation?
No,
with
you
his
see,
side of
what
it?
you do see is you see in his eye,
Okay.
there's like lights that come on that kind of tell you that he's on, he's doing something with his neuroport, but you can't
Got
hear
it.
that it's all inside his head. I mean, unless Charlie's talking out loud, which he might very well be doing, knowing Charlie.
Probably a couple phrases here and there.
Yeah. Just kind of looking at you, just like,
Yeah, and I'm not seeing you. I'm just like,
just be smoother. Be smoother. Like, what's going on?
hold on, Libra. What?
What are you doing? Why are you talking like why are you talking like you've never done this before?
Because I haven't, but I'm practicing. So just hang on.
Okay.
Just a minute. Okay. So anyway, Libra. Is Echo back on? Jones, is Echo back on?
I'll try. Let me see.
Your voice isn't
muted,
coming through,
Rachel.
Echo.
Okay, you don't have to word I can't hear you to me. I can read lips. You know that, right?
Oh, so you can hear me. Hey,
Yeah.
Charlie wants something. I don't need anything.
Erica, what do you need from your office?
I need the equipment in my locker in the custodial office.
Okay. So the office got your name, your number.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really have like a password or anything. It's just
Okay. I'll get your ID, your info. Send it over to Libra. This is what we're looking for. This is the locker at the custodial level. We need whatever looks tasty out of there.
I can give you 2 out of 3: good, fast, or cheap.
How much is not cheap?
Well, how good and how fast do you want it?
Tomorrow. That's when we need it in our hands.
Tomorrow?
Gives you overnight.
And you want it how good? On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being a total fucking clusterfuck and 10 being no one's ever
7.
going to notice. I could get that done for 1,500 eddies.
See, okay, I can do that. You have to wait. I'm going to get paid on this job. Can we do this on
What's the first thing I told you a fixer has to learn? You don't promise money unless you intend to deliver it, or you know damn well you're going to double cross the person and you're not going to have to hear about it. Which one is
I'm
it?
not going to double cross you.
I don't know. It feels like you're getting a little bit big for your britches there. You do one extraction and all of a sudden you're like...
I'm trying to grow into the role.
Okay. All right. Tell you what.
Yeah.
Tell you what. Since you're a friend and you're growing into the role and all, I'll get this done for free. Then you owe me one. How's that?
You got it, Libra. Anything.
Perfect.
All right, my friend.
I'll call you tomorrow with some details once everything's done. Is there anything else we need to know? Is there a passcode? Is there anything to this locker?
She said there's no passcode. It's just the personal locker. And I don't know what it is. So I'm hoping it's like a bag of stuff.
So whatever's in the locker.
Yeah.
I'm not going to find a dead body in there, am I?
I don't think so, because this individual doesn't seem like the type, you know? They're like the voice.
Yeah, those are the people that
freedom.
usually end up killing people in the most
No, I don't
atrocious
mean in
way.
a charismatic way. No, they're concerning in a different kind of way.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of volatile under stress, but not like...
I'll call you tomorrow. Don't call me again until I get back to you, okay?
You got it.
Okay.
Thanks. Appreciate you, Jim.
Keep growing.
I'm working on it. Neat.
I like to think that the entire time that call was happening, I was having a call with Connor.
Okay.
That I'll just keep to myself. Just a check-in or something.
So you call Connor.
Sure. Okay. Meanwhile.
You call him up. It takes a few minutes, and then he picks up, and you can see that he's kind of reclining in the living room. He's like, "Oh, hey, babe. Holy shit. Are you all right?"
Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay?
I feel like I got run over by a truck.
I know,
And
I don't think that's gonna go away soon.
I don't think so either. Some guys came here looking for you.
What?
A couple of guys. They rolled up. I thought they were maintenance or something. They were wearing like just overalls and whatnot. And they knocked, and by the time I opened the door, one of them pushed in, and they were just smiling, and they were very nice and polite, but they were pretty forceful, and they wanted to know where you were. What's happened, babe?
I don't know, it's a long story, but I'm trying to get the money to fix our situation. I got 5K eddies right now.
That's great. That's almost all of it.
I know.
You're not getting
actually-
into too much trouble, are you? Who are these guys that are looking for you?
I don't know. I don't know what overalls has to do with anything.
They're still sitting out there. They're in a truck, and I think they're waiting for you to come home.
They're outside.
Yeah. There's like a Trid repair truck, and they switched out drivers a couple times, but I'm pretty sure it's them. I try not to look out too much, because
What's the name on the repair truck?
it's just easy Trid repairs. And the Z's done kind of like an electrical bolt. It's really chintzy.
Okay. Okay. Do you remember that the transmitter thing that I brought home?
Yeah. Thing that's in your Nicola bag, right?
Yeah. Okay, not right now, because I think we're gonna be running a couple errands, but later, I think I'm gonna need you to take that and meet me. We're gonna stay somewhere else tonight.
Does this have to do with the guys?
I think so.
Okay. How? I mean,
I'll call you when. Just lay low and hang out. Just call me if.
I got a piece of metal in my head that's not functioning, and I'm missing my left hand. I don't think I'm gonna be getting up to too much. This thing just won't stop bleeding.
It's still bleeding.
A little bit around the edges. I might need a doc or
Babe.
something.
Yeah. Okay. Are you lightheaded? Are you?
I mean, yeah, I think I got a concussion. It hit me pretty
Right.
hard in the head and everywhere else.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll try and get you soon. But when
Who's
you
we?
call,
Who's we?
I made some friends. They're gonna help me get the money. The rest of it.
What's going on, babe?
I'm trying to clean up a big mess, okay? Just trust me.
Bigger than the one I made?
Yeah.
I guess we're just a couple of messy little buggers, aren't we?
But we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this together, okay?
Is there anything I can do? Anything I can prepare? Anything? How can I help?
Just keep it together. Just pack some clothes and that bag. And when I call you, you'll head out, okay?
Okay.
Just if something goes wrong, you call me, okay?
If something goes wrong, you call me. I mean, I only got one hand left, but I can still do stuff, you know.
I mean, if you don't feel well, if you need to go somewhere.
I just need you to remember to bring the blockers.
Yeah.
If I start rejecting that cyborg in my head, it's gonna be just the end of everything. So.
Yeah. No, I'm working on them. I'm working on it.
Okay. All right. I'll wait for you here. I'll pack the stuff and I'll wait for you.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be all right.
I love you.
I love you. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. It's gonna be okay. Okay.
The line goes dead, and meanwhile, over under at Flapjack, what are you thinking? What are you doing? Anything in this particular moment?
Talking to Sybil. I don't know why she wants to bring him. Listen, she came over to my noodle shop talking about this dude was missing appendages and there's a big dead or whatever. It's wild. But we got extra baggage coming.
Who does he owe a debt to?
I don't know specifically. I didn't ask. But it's obvious that there's a debt that's owed. Yeah.
I feel that it's probably better that we have him on the hand, because if we're not, her head's going to be fixated on that and not on the thing at hand. So we're better off having him close by. He can stay behind the hotel. He's not going to go into whatever Mikoshi is.
That's good. That's the biggest thing. I mean, he also only has one hand, so having him on hand. Anyway.
But you got to think tactically here, Jones. Imagine this, right? Someone grabs him, and in the middle of the run, they call her, and they're like, you got to come over here right now and bring us 2K or whatever, or we're going to blow him off. Do you think she's going to stay there to help you, or do you think she's going to run off to help him?
No, I'm not questioning that at all. That's why I was trying to at least have her agree to put him somewhere as opposed to bringing him along. So I think we got that far. My concern is this. We have somebody who's pretending to be an edge runner, someone who is emotionally detached but is in desperate need of funds, and then me, who I have a major stake in what's happening that I didn't even realize is going to be a thing. This is all a lot to happen, and I think the funny thing is my brother forced me into a life that I already said no to. So this is going to be interesting for me.
Here's the thing, Jones. You know, back in the day, the Greeks and the Vikings, they had these women in their mythologies. These three women that would draw people's tapestries of their lives, or know the past, the present, and the future. So one of the reasons why Vikings were so terrible was because they were not afraid of death, because they figured their time of death was already chosen. So it didn't matter if they stayed home and stayed in bed or went off to battle. If they were supposed to die, they were going to die. And if they weren't supposed to die, they weren't going to die. And that's what made them fearless, because they didn't fear death. And Night City is a fucking bitch, but she's a little like that. She has a tendency to put people where they're supposed to be. Now, the unfortunate downside is that most people are there just to be victims. That's the unfortunate downside of the type of world we live in. But once in a while, when someone gets a nudge from the city's trying to tell you something. The city's trying to tell you that there's something you should be doing, or that you need to do. That's usually the, if you don't want to just be a citizen and end up like one of these poor suckers in a chalk outline on the sidewalk. You get a nudge from Night City, you take the hint. Because whether you stay home and stay in bed or go out into battle, when it's your time's gonna come. So you can walk out of here and I'm not gonna stop you. No one's gonna stop you. We'll find somebody else. It'll be a little harder, but that's just kind of the way it is. Roadblocks and then you solve them. But it's not gonna change the fact that if Night City has woven your tapestry and decided that your time is to die tomorrow, then that's what's gonna happen. And if it's not, then it doesn't matter if you're shooting guns with us or serving noodles at your little cart.
Depending on the day, I might be doing both. Okay. I turn to the other two and I go, are we making runs now?
Wherever you need.
Are we done being mean to me?
No one's being...
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Thanks. What'd you say?
About what?
Oh, you said something before, and that's why I turned my hearing back on. I don't know what you said.
You ready to go run?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ready to do runs.
Yeah, does anyone have any extra blockers?
You would know she's referring to the drugs you have to take when you freshly have some new cyberware on so that your body doesn't reject it.
I look at Charlie Horse and go,
I've got something that'll make you forget about why you need blockers, but I don't have blockers.
You're pretty sure one of the guys when you came in looked like the kind of guy who would probably be carrying that kind of stuff. He's sitting over there in the corner. He's, eyeing some of the strippers. He had a couple of girls over, but they would come and they would sit and talk with them, and you would see them do like a little exchange under the table, and they would walk back off. So you kind of get the feeling that he's probably holding.
I get in Erica's eyesight and I go, you see that guy back there? The one with the neon purple under the table?
Yeah.
I think he can get you what you want.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. What?
Do you want me to go talk to him?
No. I'll talk to him. Okay.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll get up.
Okay.
I just walk over.
Can I get another whiskey? No ice this time. Thanks, doll.
I don't work here.
Oh, sorry. Just got the look,
Okay.
Look of a citizen. It's all right. What can I do for you, doll?
Do you have enough blockers on you by chance?
Yeah.
How much?
Enough. How much money do you have?
would I know the like a good price for blockers, like buying them like this? Like,
Yeah, I mean, getting them, in the back alley like this, about 20 to 30 eddies a day's worth.
okay.
You figure normally people take him for a couple of weeks, but if you got him at least a few days, you could get over the hump and you could figure out something a little later. He looks at you and he's going to do... You see him kind of looking you up and down. Charlie, you know exactly what he's doing. He's checking how desperate she is. And he kind of looks you up and down and goes, yeah, I can get them to you right now as much as you want. 50 eddies a day. And get you 10 days worth if you want.
50 a day for 10 days?
Yeah. Or less if you need less, that's fine.
I'll be honest, I'm just not good at math.
Can I help?
Are you like
why don't we bring
shoulder?
everyone in the bar over? We just have like, was this like a council? What's going on?
Well, with my
did you
previous
roll up?
with me previously scoping out the place, I assumed that I already saw and kind of like pegged the guy for or whatever. And then of course I know that every little bit that you have right now is needed to help out, and so if allowed, right? And I go over to the guy and I go, here, and I pull out that Eddie stick that I got from Sachiko's place, and I go, it's a couple hundred on here.
Whoa. What?
All right, they'll get you 4 days.
Is that enough?
Yeah, but I... okay.
All right. Go get
Thanks,
the box, I'll
and
give you
he hands it over. Pleasure doing business with you. If you ever need any more, you just ask for me by name.
Well, what's your name?
Holden.
Because you're holding on to some... Okay, sorry, I'm gonna
You know?
move on. It's a good name. It's a great name. It's a
hiding in
best
plain
name
sight.
even.
Yeah.
You have 4 days worth of blockers, and you are 200 eddies lighter.
Why did you...
What?
Why did you just...
You needed him.
Yeah, but I mean, before you even got the chance to talk him down, you just gave him the money.
Didn't have that money to begin with, honestly. Me giving it away doesn't make a difference.
Hmm.
Hey, every penny you have right now you need, right?
You know the thing, like, when someone does, like, you're really like highly emotional, and then someone says like that nice, like, just like a very like lightly nice thing that just like puts you over the edge. I think that's kind of where she's at. So I think like you just say that and it's like her eyes just start going and she like can't stop it. She's like, oh no, I'm okay. I'm okay. Thanks, I guess. That's wow. Thanks. That's really nice of you to... Wow. Okay. Can I get a napkin?
Yeah. Just gotta like grab one and hand it to her.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I just wow. I didn't expect... I'm fine. This is a lot, I guess, for me. I don't even know why I'm crying, honestly.
It's my turn to turn to Sachiko and Sybil and be like, I'm starting to worry about the composition of this entire effort.
So Sybil looks at you. I mean, I've seen worse. I'm
good.
I'm starting to worry about you. You're trying to be a middleman, and you just skimped on an opportunity to middleman something and make a bid for yourself there.
No, but here's the thing. I can't with that one. They don't want to work with me, and that's made abundantly clear. And I didn't want to escalate the situation more. I seriously thought about it. Sometimes you got to pick your battles.
That's your job. That's what a fixer does. You make people want to work with you.
I know. She doesn't.
I'll change her mind.
Even though I'm going to work on it, I think. Thanks for the advice.
The whole point is not to be who you are. The whole point is to be who she needs you to be. And then that's what you do with everybody. And then they come running.
I'm going to make a note about that.
No problem. A lot of you will reconvene, finish your drinks. What do you want to do? Do you want to stay out longer? Or are you going to go out and try to get some of your stuffs back?
I'd like to go get some stuff.
I'm driving
to the demo.
As you are about to go, Hiroyuki will come up to you and go, "Do you have something to protect yourself with?"
Yes.
Oh. After we go to my spot, definitely will.
You don't have anything right now?
I got something.
Are we talking about guns again? Because I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that.
Do you know how to use a gun?
No. I'm more the hide in a closet and tell other people to do things kind of guy. Haha. Oz.
What about you horsing around?
Yeah. I've got it covered.
All right.
It's Charlie horse, by the way, or Charles.
Excellent. Each of you will get his phone number slung to you. If you need anything, give me a call.
Will do.
Will do. Thank you.
We'll be in touch tomorrow. Rather, actually, whenever you have picked up everything you need, just give me a call and we'll have found arrangements for a safe house by then. And he leans into you, Ian, and he says, "Remember, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. If the young lady's man has problems with someone and someone else is giving you problems, maybe making the two someones meet is a way out of a predicament."
Noted.
He bows to you, turns back, goes back to
I think about
the other.
as we get out and we're walking to the car, and I'm trying to position myself to lead toward the vehicle, and I'm talking to Erica, and I say, "Look, so all I've been trying to say, and I'm not trying to scam you or anything like that. I can help you get the things that you need for a really reasonable price. And I know you just made that deal with that guy in there, and he probably overcharged you. And I just want you to know that's not my shtick. So if I can help with anything else, I know we're on the same team. I know we've got a similar objective, but there are also things I can do now and going forward that might make it a little easier for you to get what you need. If you just let me know."
Are you gonna make me pay?
It depends on what you need. But let me ask you a question. When you worked in custodial, did you work for free?
When I worked in I guess I don't have the job anymore.
And I can help you with getting a job. So just keep that in mind. That's all I want to say. Consider me a repository for the things you might need, and I can help figure out your options.
Listen, Charlie. I just met you. And I do not know your capabilities. And as of right now, nothing's been proven to me. You know, sometimes your first jobs, you work for free to prove yourself.
I opened the door to the car. Well, consider tonight an example of that when we get your stuff from the office tomorrow for free. You didn't know that guy in the bar. I identified him. See, so I'm just trying to establish.
Why do you try so hard?
Because I don't want to go back to the kind of job I've had for the last decade and do more of that. And I don't think you want to either.
Stop using a fucking crowbar to get everything done. If you're meant to do this, it'll come like breathing. I get in the car.
I did not think about that. I closed the door. Get in the driver's seat. Fire up this sweet ride.
Is Flapjack coming too, or is he just gonna sit outside?
You see the passenger side of the car like open up, and he gets in, and he's just like, I guess nobody's gonna open the door for me. Fuck me, right? All right, let's go.
As we're backing out, I say, I think I'm gonna keep this car. It's part of my paycheck. I rip it out of the parking lot.
Go ahead, Echo, and I'm going to need you to give me a, we're going to call it a, let us make it, what the hell? Yeah, perception roll.
Okay. Is that 21?
This is a Vox Urbis company car.
Bleak, why is that notable?
I think a company like that doesn't know where all its fleet vehicles are.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you for explaining it to me.
No problem.
That's what 21 will do for you. Hey, why are we using this car?
Because it's what we got.
We gotta trash it. Company car.
Yeah.
You're failing your test.
I pull over to the curb. All right, you do. Hop out. I'll be right back.
Oh.
Hold on. Okay, fine. Fuck it. We're waiting. Jesus.
I'll be right back. Bleak, I want to estimate a chop shop that I can drop this thing off and try to get some value out of it.
As well, as you're thinking that, like, there's also the possibility that you could potentially, someone could make a tech roll, a vehicle land tech roll, and try to find whatever, you know.
I pull forward 30 feet, and then I stop, and then I slowly back up, and then I roll down the window. I go, do any of you have any tech skills that maybe could just find the tracker?
I mean, I know how tech works, but I'm not a mechanic.
I'll do it.
Okay. I knew a mechanic right before we met. Starnest thing.
Give me a land vehicle tech roll. You have Nicola's. You could slam a Nicola. I'll give you an
and that
advantage.
gives me. Yeah, I'll slam into Cola for that.
All right, Slam Nicola, roll 2d10s and take the highest one.
Oh, yeah. Boom. Does a 16 do anything for you?
You paw under the dashboard. You rip off a panel and kind of look around, and then you're like, yeah, that's it right here. Right, this wire right here. Yeah, just gonna cut that and fuck. You shock yourself, but then you're like, the panel kind of goes dark, and then you're like, that took care of it. You're fairly certain that took care of it.
Fairly certain.
Can I roll to confirm that certainty?
You can give me a land vehicle tech roll.
Okay. I hate math.
You can also
13.
slam a Nicola if you want.
Oh, will 13 do it?
If 16 didn't,
I didn't realize what the roll was. I'm a slam 1.
slam a Nicola.
Okay, that's better. That's a 17.
You're fairly certain that did it.
Well, looks good to me.
Okay. Blake, I have a question. So did I rip something out or remove something?
Yeah, you're holding on to like some cables and a chip.
Some cable in the chip.
What's it say
Okay.
on it?
What's it say?
It
What did
says
you-
it says Militech.
Lame. Then I can track.
The dash is completely out. I can't. I have no gauges. I have no radio. What did you do? I think I know what you did. Well, throw it out the window because we don't want to haul it around with us in case it's still alive.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Puts it on the ground, stomps on it.
No problem.
That's probably.
And if the car will still go,
Yeah, that car still
we're
goes.
gonna go. Okay.
You drive off. Where are you going? What's the first stop?
Noodle shop.
The nude
Yeah,
shop.
my-
You drive up to the plaza in front of Vox Urbis, where you left the nude shop cart. You're pretty surprised to see it's still there. You did kind of, hit the button that kind of collapses it and closes it up and put the alarm system on it. And there's just there's about the number you expected of new tags on it. It's kind of within reason, and it's still there. As you park nearby and kind of look at it, you kind of all would realize that this is the plaza in front of Vox Urbis, and it's possible that there are cameras from the building that aim towards the front. Now, whether or not they actually would cover that area, you don't know, but you just know that you have to be somewhat stealthy. There are a number of people. The plaza is still pretty busy this time of night. So there's cover and there's like distractions around.
What time is it?
By this point, actually, it's not even night by this point. It's like, let's say we'll call it like 6 o'clock. It's like kind of just on the petering edge of rush hour.
My God. I've been up for 27 hours.
Take a nap.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Okay. I'll be right back.
So you get out, you scan the crowd. You can go ahead and make me a perception roll if you want to get a sense of whether you feel there's any sort of danger about.
Perception. Human perception? Or
No,
just
perception,
regular-
perception, yeah.
Got it. 15.
Okay, with 15, you do not see anyone paying specific attention to you or the cart. Like, you feel pretty certain that the people who are around are not there to keep an eye on this situation.
I go over to my little cart thing, and I kind of like pop a hatch that
Just
allows me to
before
get
you
in.
do that, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to make me another perception roll.
17.
Just as you go to hit it, you notice that there's something that's not normally on your cart. Just underneath the front where you have your fuel for your burners and all that, there's like an extra thing, kind of the size of a hockey puck, that's kind of been stuck underneath it.
Okay. Fuck. Like, it's just Flapjack standing there going, fuck. Okay.
I'm like back to Erica. What's he doing?
You both see him like at his noodle truck, and he's doing this. He's like,
Do you think he's at the wrong truck?
what can I do to gauge what type of thing this is? I have an idea of what it is, but I want to know what
You would give me a basic tech roll.
Basic tech.
I'm gonna go help him.
Honestly, I think if I see you coming, like, I wave you off like real aggressively, like, and it's not like you see concern, not anger or like annoyance or anything. Basic tech. There we go. 14.
You're pretty sure it's some sort of explosive device. But with a 14, you don't really understand how it works.
Oh shit!
Unless you want to slam a Nicola and try again.
I'll slam another Nicola and try again.
Bleak, I'm scanning around to see if we're getting attention with this vehicle.
Right now you're not. No one seems to be paying attention to the vehicle itself. You get the sense that driving closer to the building is probably not advisable.
18.
All right, so with 18, you figure a couple of things. One, if they destroy the cart, you're not going to pay them. So, that's not what they're trying to do. You are pretty certain that it's meant to scare you. Kind of like, open the cart, fireworks go off, but it doesn't really damage the cart. You're pretty certain.
Okay.
If that's the case, removing it simply would be a matter of, just moving it out. It's probably magnetically attached there. There's a chance that it's set so that if it moves a certain amount that it's going to go, so you would have to get rid of it right away, and it's going to blow up and do the sparks or whatever in the crowd here. Something to think about. Moving the cart might not trigger that.
I feel like Echo is standing like outside the car, like tilting her head at you, like she's gotten out, but she's like not moved any further.
Yeah, it's just like, and like from across the way, you just see him go, boom.
There's a couple of people around you who are like, oh, dude, what the fuck? And kind of move away from you in your cart.
I've dealt with enough people that didn't know sign language that I know what you're talking about.
The couple people who move away, he's just like, boom, 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 ba-doo, boom. Okay, whatever. And then it just kind of shuffles over to where he opened that latch. It's a side hatchet, a latch that holds like extra equipment, things like that, what have you. Like, it's not fully in the cart.
Yeah.
He shuffles a couple things to the side, kind of keeping an eye on that hockey puck, and you see him pop another lever that's towards the back of the hatch. That pops open, and it's a long bag that on the top of it has the letter AJ on it for his brother. Anytime that he would come in, he would visit to get a bowl of noodles, he would always drop something off to hold while he manages the rest of his stuff. I extricate the bag and I kind of like put it on my back, and then I latch everything else, and I look at that hockey puck. Is it doing anything?
No, it's just sitting there, hockey puck like.
I out of that box, I take like it's like an offset spat, or not a spat, but it's like it's a spatula that you would use for like for construction or whatever. Like a bench scraper would be better. And I go over to that hockey puck and I very gently, like edge to edge, to try to see if like there's anything that happens, and if not, try to just pop it off.
And where's it supposed to go? Just on the floor?
I'd like to do one of these things. Ooh, you know, I'm Temple of Dooming here. Like I'm trying to like.
You go over it. Go ahead and make me a let's call it a.
Yeah. I assume the whatever triggering mechanism is to the magnetic, so I'm hoping that the piece of metal to whatever magnetic thing it like, you know what I mean.
I got you. Give me a demolitions roll.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, he has a bomb on his cart, it looks like. And he's trying to...
That's a 17.
Why is he touching it?
It pops off.
Sick.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
When you flip it over, you can see the tiger claw symbol on it.
I have an idea. I'm very gingerly. I'm going to like, I'm just going to hold it like this. And I'm going to make it back to the car. If I hear no blips, no beeps, no nothing, I'm cool.
Nothing.
And I get in the car. I put the bag in whatever trunk there is. I get back in the car and I go, hello.
Why does the...
What is that?
I don't know.
That has a tiger claw symbol on it.
That I know.
Oh, I know those guys.
Did you know those guys?
What?
Well, I know that there's a club where my cousin dances called the Kingdom, and it's run by those guys. And I go in there all the time. They have a drink named after me.
They're
Okay.
who I owe money to.
And they're the ones who are trying to extort me for money.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is I'm not the only person who doesn't know what they're doing around here.
Or at least I don't know. Never mind, I'm confused.
I know
He's
what
trying to get Tech to make so he can make brain dance for because Tiger was anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm remotely related to them though.
in a sense, above table. Rachel, did you mention that there were people out in front of your apartment? Do we know that?
Nope.
No, I haven't gotten that part yet.
Okay. So I have this thing now. Please, can we go to the next location?
Why do you have it?
It was on my cart.
And you decided to bring it.
I don't want my cart doing anything that I don't like it doing while I'm gone.
And you would prefer that to potentially happen to us here.
There's no bleeps. There's no blips. It has not been triggered. Okay.
So you think it's could be triggered?
It could be, but it's not.
I look back at Erica.
Okay.
Can we talk and drive? Can we talk and drive?
Hold on. So we're here. Should you work something out to get my stuff, or should we try and get it?
No, I worked something out.
Okay, then we're not
And it
doing
wasn't-
that.
Yeah, no, it's already covered, so we don't want to mess with that.
Okay, so if we could go back to my place and pick up Connor and the rest of my stuff, that
All right.
would be great. But
Send me.
well, also there are people. Well, okay, he said that I was talking to him while I wasn't listening to you guys before, and he said that there were people in some kind of maintenance van outside that were asking for me and were in overalls.
I start to pull out and then I stop, make everybody lurch forward.
Okay, there is an explosive in the car. Why are we doing that?
What do you mean there's people sitting inside a van outside your place and he's worried about them?
I'm sorry, did I stutter? You said everything I said. That's all I know.
I look back at both of them. I take a seat. I lean against the driver's door and I look at them and I say, okay, you make me feel really bad about my effort to do a good job about the things I want to do. And in the 10 minutes since then, Flapjack has brought a bomb into our car with us, and you are sending us into the jaws of some hitmen.
First of all, I'm not sending us into the jaws of some hitman. The idea was to get him to leave.
He could have met us here.
No?
No.
Okay. You know what? I look back at traffic. Where are we going? And I pull out and go the opposite direction of the building.
We're going. I give my address, but I give like an address that's like down the block of it.
I expand the map in my cyberware to look for a park nearby.
Just when we're like 10 minutes out, I'm gonna tell him to start moving. Is the idea.
Okay.
I have an
Sounds
idea.
good. You have an idea? What's your idea?
I need my dice.
No, you don't.
Actually,
Actually,
if you could not, that would be great.
Actually,
We've
you
been great
don't.
all night
It's
long,
really
and
fun that you
now
forgot how to play this game.
we need the dice.
Yeah, I just want to hold off on that.
It's so funny that you think that.
So what's the plan? What's the idea?
Park at the park a few blocks away.
Yes, and then again, I was going to call him before he left so I could have, awareness about what's going on, and tell him to start walking. What?
Hey, drop me off. Drop me off a little bit before we get to your place.
Huh? What? Why?
I'll pull over.
What are you gonna? You're not. Look. You're not. No, you're not gonna explode my boyfriend, okay?
No, not your. Why would I explode your boyfriend?
I don't know.
Why would
You've
I explode
already
your
shown
boyfriend?
me that you're not a big fan of him, and I don't even know what. You haven't even met him.
Which is again,
Holy
why would I
crap.
explode your boyfriend? Okay, I guess I'll spell it out for you. Drop me off a little bit before I'll put the thing on some bitch's van. If for some reason they are watching for you, they obviously know who your boyfriend is. If he comes sauntering out of your fucking apartment, what makes you think they are going to start acting? This is a backup plan.
What
But
makes
do you
And
know how it works?
No, I know that it's magnetic, and I stick it on a metal thing.
I'm parked, okay? I'm going to stay right here. You two figure out the mess.
Well, hold on. Time warp. Did we get there yet? Because I gotta call.
Time works however you want it. So you're driving there. You
Okay.
can make the call if you want.
I was gonna say, I figured we gotta travel there first, and I established it was something like 45 minutes or something
No
like
problem.
that.
No problem. You can call whenever you would feel it.
Okay,
adequate.
cool. We're 10 minutes out. Cool.
You give him a call. He answers right away.
Ring a ding.
Hey, is everything okay?
Hey, yeah, we're 10 minutes out. Do you have the stuff and everything?
Yeah, I packed everything. The guys are still outside. They
still
changed
outside.
drivers. Somebody else came and they swapped, but there's still a van
Right.
out there with at least one guy in it.
Okay. Do you think you're gonna be able to? Could you leave? Is that problematic? You think?
I mean, I can leave by the fire escape if they don't have anyone out back. I should be fine, but I don't know if they have anyone out back or not. I can't see down the alley.
That's a good point. I would say don't be too discreet. See what happens if you walk out, and then if they start to get out of the car, go back.
Okay. Where are you?
We are, insert address here, on our way to that place. We're about a couple minutes out.
Okay.
We're at
you
the
there.
park.
We're going to the park.
Okay. Meet you there.
Okay, just can you just stay on with me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Just tell me when you park, I'll come out.
Okay.
So you arrive in the area. Do you get
Park.
dropped off earlier, Ian?
Yeah, are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Come
go
on, you
for it.
guys. It's gonna be fun.
I
Hey, as long as that thing's out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. So Bleak, I'm gonna walk towards the direction of the van.
Mhm.
While I'm doing that, I have a cyber eye. Is there a way that I can use that to see if there is a trigger?
I mean, not really. You could do a demolitions roll to see if you can figure out how it functions.
Yeah, let's do that. Demolitions, you said? Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah.
Let's ride. It's a 12.
You can't find any detonators or anything. You figure it's probably a question of like, once it's removed and either goes a certain distance from where it was attached, or once it's feels movement or something like that. But it hasn't exploded so far. So
Got it.
I'm going
So
to
at the
say
very
you
least, I know it
think
needs to
that
be
possibly like detaching it from your spatula and throwing it at something might detonate it, but there's no way to be sure.
Yeah, because it's still attached to my spatula. Okay.
you tell
I keep walking.
too close to the sun.
Go ahead and give me a stealth roll, Ian.
I'm not being stealthy.
You're just walking up.
I'm just walking up. So, like, what they see at the van, or honestly, what they can hear, like in the background, they're just like, "Hey, and I begin to kind of stumble a little bit.
And as that happens, Erica, you see Connor come out of the apartment, and he's walking kind of like he's going to the store or something maybe, but he's got his big bag on his shoulder, and he says, "There's some drunk guy making a fucking scene right down the street."
Good, use that.
Use that. How do I use
Just
it?
keep walking. Just keep walking.
It's a wonderful night.
You pull up, Ian, to the van, the electrical, the TRID repair van that's parked across the street from the apartment. You can see the guy's face in the rearview mirror as he occasionally checks you and then checks back at the front. And then when he checks back towards you, you can see the glint in his eyes telling you that he's using his neuroport to call someone.
How close am I to the van?
How close you want to be?
At least at the rear side panel of it.
Okay.
Hey, everybody! It's a wonderful boom, and I like hit the side of the van, and I kind of like make a bit of a scene. I'm just like
You hit the side of the van, do a bit of a scene. Erica, you see Connor kind of see that and kind of start hoofing it a little bit faster.
Can I take a screenshot?
Yeah, no problem.
Amazing.
Ian, you see the back door of the van open up, and you see two guys jump out and reach out for you and grab you.
Hey! Listen. Have any of you seen my Charlene? And I'm still kind of like on the ground, and I'm a little bit sprawled out.
So you can go ahead if you want and give me a athletics roll to try and dodge,
Okay.
or if you're just going to take it, then
Sure.
you're just going to take it.
16 athletics.
Okay. So with a 16, you manage to kind of slip out of the grasp of the first one, but the second one clocks you one. You're going to take you're going to take 8 damage
8
as
damage.
he clocks you one, and the other one kind of pushes you and goes, "Get the fuck out of here, man!" And they like shove you pretty hard.
When they push, I'm gonna flop like LeBron James, like right next to the side of the van, and kind of like make a scene and go and like roll halfway my body. When I'm under the van, if allowed, that's when I'm gonna put the thing on the van.
All right, give me a conceal object.
I'm gonna use my last cola for this.
And that's when he knew.
You fucked up.
22. Give me something.
You slap it, you slide it off your thing and sort of slap it underneath the truck, and it magnetizes there. Nothing else happens. It just kind of clunks there, and the guys are grabbing your feet and they're pulling you out from underneath the thing.
Hey man, hey, I'm just. I could take a hit. Get off me.
They're kind of pulling you away from the van and kind of pulling you into the alley next door, and they start boot fucking you, and they're just kind of like going on you. Are you gonna fight back or?
Okay, I'm gonna take the. Well, actually, you know what? No, fuck these kids.
Yes,
How many?
You're too close to the sun.
I did. How many? And they're huge. I know they're huge.
Two
How
guys.
many are there?
Two,
Two dudes. Yeah. They're giving me the business. Sick. Am I on the ground?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool. Ian wants to do something, but in this particular case, I'm just gonna have to take my lumps.
You start taking your lumps. At the front, Connor comes by and you see him and he sees you and he just tells you, "I'm gonna keep walking past your car so they don't see me get in it, and I'll wait for you around the corner at the end of the street."
I figured we were not in eyesight of this.
Oh, okay, it's fine. So he's
Yeah.
gonna come around and he's gonna be like, "Man, they're fucking up that drunk guy. Something fierce.
Oh my god, we need to go help
I think they're
them.
gonna kill him."
We need to
Bleak.
go. We need to
How
go.
does
Hold on,
luck
Ian.
work?
Hold on, Ian.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I look back at Erica. All right. We got Connor coming. He's going to get in the car.
Connor,
We could drive up there
this is
and we could
Connor.
help Flapjack. Hi, Connor. How are you doing? Come on in. Have a seat.
I'm all right. You can see that he's missing a hand and he's got kind of like a cap on the end of his arm, and it's still kind of bleeding, and you can see that it's not smelling great.
I looked at Erica.
Here are the blockers. I got those.
Great, thanks. Hi, I'm Connor. And you can see he's got the shaved side head, the long hair that's kind of got the flock of seagull going on there. He's got some neck tattoos and, the long jacket. And he's got this gnarly scar in the back of the neck.
Yeah, you call me Chuck. Are we ready to go?
Yeah, short of Flapjack, who's
Well, I'm thinking,
what?
I don't know. This is out of my wheelhouse more than anything that I've tried to do tonight. That's what.
Okay. How big were those guys, Connor?
They weren't super massive dudes. They were just regular, repairman looking dudes,
I fire up the car. I put it in gear, squeal out from the curb, fly up the road.
Oh.
I'm going to come around the corner at speed toward the van, come to a screeching halt where they're beating up Flapjack, throw the door open, draw my heavy pistol, and point it and say, Back off the drunk man.
Ian, you're in the alleyway taking your lumps. Just, protecting the vitals, curling in like you've been taught, just kind of limiting the damage. I'm going to say you take another like 10 health points of damage worth as they kind of pummel you. And then you hear the screeching of wheels and then brakes. And then you feel headlights kind of lighting the entire thing. And the door opens and you hear Charlie Horse's voice going, "Back away from the drunk man." And you can see them now, like, look up, they stop beating on you. They're both like these two dark shadow silhouettes, like kind of hanging over you. And you hear them talk to each other, like not too loud. One of them says, "Well, this shit's gone sideways." And the other one's like, "Well, you know what happens when shit goes sideways." "Yeah. Mr. Clean Protocol. Mr. Clean Protocol." And you see them reach into their jackets, and each of them pulls out automatic weapons. And my friends, this is where we're going to end tonight's session.
No, wait. No, wait.
I didn't ask for any of that.
Wait. 10 more minutes. Hold on.